name is Olaitan Zainab. Department of Political Science, University of Lagos. My background, well, my parents are like my mother and father, but I didn't have the kind of smooth childhood life like other people had. Not like I was maltreated, but like in a week, I just see my parents for once. They will leave home early in the morning, they come back late in the night, and I have like 3 siblings then, so I have to cater for them. So from there, I've been trained to cater and to take care of people, right from my childhood. Even without the parents' attention, the parents, whatever, I always come out best. The results, even at the primary, the common entrance level, I was the best. Like the best student, without the parents paying attention to me, without any tutorial, just the school. I trained myself to be that. Then at the junior secondary level, then I had 4 siblings more. So 1 additional to take care of. I took care of them, but I did my best in my academics too. I was the, like any competition, and I attended Ibadilaja Junior Secondary School then. So any competition, it was always Olaitan Zainab, Olaitan Zainab. I even collected an award from my principal then. And then I became the president of the Muslim Student Association. Then I moved forward to, we had to relocate from Lagos to Ogun State. So then my education and everything was shattered. But I had no other choice but to just follow. Then the school I went to, it was all these, I will not say really public school, but it was a public government-owned school. But its reputation wasn't that good in the society. But I think through me, people started to see the school in a different light, because then I did the essay writing, I won Ogun State, Remo, Shagam, my school. So then everybody was looking up to me that, article, essay writer, this one. And then I was the assistant head girl. And also I was the president of the Muslim Students Association then too. So all those boarding and everything. So after the senior secondary school, at least I can say that I was the first to gain admission in my set. And I'm still the one that got admission into the best university, like the University of Lagos. So like that feeling, people always look up to me, and I've always been delivering. And so coming into the University of Lagos, when I was in year 1, I participated at the departmental debate. Though I had like, how will I win when there's year 4, there's year 3, there's year 2, but thanks to God, I won. But I could not go because they said like, the level would be too high for me and the stress would be too much. So I just had to step down for somebody else to go. But I was the winner of the departmental debate. So let me just say, my childhood, I've been able to build the person in me to cater for herself without anybody taking care of me. And that is what has gotten me into this place now. Like, even in the University of Lagos, fine, I have friends, but I'm not the social type. I like to live on my own. I like a quiet life. Fine, everybody believes that girl, she's this, but the real me doesn't like people around, because I wasn't trained to have people around me. And that's what has gotten me to this stage, and I thank God for that. I went to Arabic school and I graduated at the age of 10. I furthered, but now that I'm in school, they're clashing. But when I go back home, I still continue, because you can never finish Arabic school. It has played a lot of roles. Like, when it comes to my religion, I can speak. And when it comes to academic, I can speak. But let me say they are intertwined. Like the saying goes that if you know how to read the Quran, surely you'll be brilliant. Though I don't really believe in that. But at least it has helped me like to discover myself. From Arabic school, I discovered that I'm this kind of person that doesn't forget things easily. And that's what has been helping me in my academics too.
I am Olaitan Zainab, representative of Faculty of Social Sciences, and I stand on swerve to convince you that the 2015 election we will not make but mar Nigeria. Given the above position of local and international actors, as well as several unimaginable contradictions that bedevil Nigeria at present, the 2015 election will indeed mar Nigeria. There is need to define the key concepts in the proposition, which are election and mar. According to Arrow 1963, election is a formal decision-making process by which a population chooses an individual to hold public office, while mar is to damage the good condition of something, to impair the quality of something. In the words of Bruno Korashidi, history is the light that illuminates the past and a key that unlocks the door to the future. Let me even historicize the political entity called Nigeria as a prelude to knowing how the 2015 election may mar it after a period of 100 years. Nigeria was a product of historical accidents. The merger of different micronationalities in 1914 eroded the birth of Nigeria. Was there a social contract before this marriage of inconvenience? No. This merger was done for administrative and exploitative reasons. This fact reflected in Los Lucas' book titled Dual Mandate in Tropical Africa. As a result of this, all socio-political structures of Nigeria has been defective right from the outset. And like the common proverb, the house cannot stand if the foundation is destroyed.
I started compiling my points on Saturday. The debate was Wednesday. Sunday, I redrafted the English, the everything. On Monday, I used like the whole of Monday to put it in my head. So the midnight of Monday to Tuesday, I rehearsed. Then on Tuesday, I was okay.
Nigeria lacks a cohesive dominant class that can foster hegemony to institute social order. That is why Claude Ake, in his monograph, Is Africa Democratized, said, our political elites are allergic to democracy as well as neurotic in their pursuit of power. And such mentality would do no good to Nigeria, but to damage our political system, political culture. The 2015 election will mar Nigeria because we have a parochial political culture. Most people often see the election as a battlefield, which is an attestation to where our political gladiators make use of thugs and mercenary in order to win election at all costs. This is also why an average Nigerian is made to believe that violence is the language of election, preferring the bullet to the ballot, and this will lead to chaos in Nigeria come 2015. Weak institution. According to Robinson and Asemoglu in their book titled Why Nations Fail. Nations fail as a result of weak institutions. Our military has not been able to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Nigeria because its orientation was mercenary. It was meant to protect the ruling class. It has become a pawn in the hands of the ruling class to intimidate and combat election. Our judiciary has been weak in settling election controversies because of corruption and nepotism. And you tell me that the 2015 election will not mark Nigeria when these institutions are weak. Well, it will mar Nigeria considering this fact. Also, dependent nature of our electoral commission. To ask, who funds the electoral commission? A People's Democratic Party-led government. Who appoints the chairman of the electoral commission? A People's Democratic Party-led government. The case of the Electoral Commission and the People's Democratic Party is that of Nemo Judas Inkosaswa, meaning you cannot be a judge in your own cause. Since INEC is not independent, the perceived partiality will create uprising in Nigeria because the results will be seen to favor the incumbent if the opponent loses at the poll. Political entrepreneur. Political economists like Bade Onimode and Claude Ake asserted that politics is seen as a source of wealth, an avenue to reap back profit from the state. The state is more or less like a privatized entity where the so-called investors, the political godfathers, must reap their profits. So if the election result does not go in their favor, they will use all means possible to make sure it goes in their favor because they know the economic gain they will reap from it, which will damage our economic system. Power of incumbency. In Nigeria, a serving president has never recontested and lost in Nigeria. The 2015 election will mar Nigeria because the opposition party without enormous resources like that of the incumbent would employ all possible means in order to dislodge the incumbent. According to Schneider 2012, the incumbent can manipulate election process through manipulation of electoral tribunals and the use of state resources to bankroll election campaign. The 20 billion that is missing was alleged to have been reserved by the incumbent to combat the 2015 election. And you tell me the 2015 election will make Nigeria. Insecurity. According to Section 14, subsection 2, paragraph B of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of the government. However, the northeastern part of Nigeria is nothing but a semblance of the Opatian state of nature. Now, to ask, how can a free, fair, and credible election be conducted in a violence-ridden environment? It is impossible. And on the other hand, if the election is not conducted in that part of the country, whosoever emerges as the winner will suffer legitimacy crisis, which can lead to war. Come 2050.
I'm this kind of person that I like to try new things, but not really there. Well, I did debate 100 level and I was like, I only stopped at departmental. Can't I go further, like to even try the university and everything? So that was when I motivated myself. Then I have a mentor. He's my friend, he's my brother, he's everything to me. He was the one that stood by me from the start of the debate till the very end, and I'm sure he's going to stand by me till I go further with the debate. So then my classmates, my political fathers, my colleagues, my lecturers, let me not forget, and my parents, my siblings, and everyone in the University of Lagos. Because at one point in time, they may not know, but they are motivating me through what they do. So, and I thank them for that.
With the approach of the 2015 election, lack of moral ethics will mar our democratization process in Nigeria. To even ask, was there a democracy in Nigeria? No.
Well, I'm a youth. I'm part of the youth, so I know what is plaguing our youth today. Like, we are not politically conscious. We are not politically aware, and that aspect of changing us has died down. Because if we look now, like even you coming to the university, you want to have a BSc in political science and engineering. When you go out there, most jobs that are available now are either in MTN, Glo, or social media, or entertainment. So please tell me, when these people are already working, how will they be politically conscious? When even the aspect they went to read in school has already died down. Like a political science student that came to read Machiavelli, that came to read Thomas Hobbes. When you get out there and get a job in bank, at the counter, doing cashier, please, how does that person want to think further about making our country a better place? So let me just say, the youth is to blame and the state is also to blame, because the state is not providing a platform for those youths to practice what they are actually teaching them in school. They are not providing it, and the youth are not making any efforts to provide platform for themselves. So when a person is working at MTN collecting 10 million naira, please, and like they said, it's not poverty that actually make people go into protest, but it is when somebody is rich and that person sees that he wants to go poor, then he protests. So now, people that have not eaten, how will they summon up courage to protest when they know that even the protest will not yield any positive results? And those that are rich knows that they continue to be rich. They don't have anything to lose. So it's like the poor doesn't want to come up because they don't have anything to motivate them, and the rich will always stay there because they are not for the Nigerian state. They have their gain from the state, so they don't have anything to lose. So our youth, I would just endeavor them to be politically conscious, aware, and to be motivated towards making the Nigerian state a better place. Because fine, we have been deprived of the future leaders, because like my teacher used to say, like when during 1976 he was in school and their teacher always tell them that, okay, you are the leaders of tomorrow. 33 years later, the head of state that was there in 1960 was actually the same president, and the man was asking, how will we be the leaders of tomorrow when the person that was president when I was in school is still the president when I'm now older? So we have been deprived of getting to that post, but we should make, even if not getting to that post, we should make a move to change Nigeria without having power. Well, before the debate, I had it in mind to be a lecturer, to explore the world, to make impact on the world. I don't necessarily have to hold political power before I can be somebody that made, like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Dalai Lama, Ansui Kyi, all those people. They didn't hold political power, but they made great impact in the world than people that held political power. So I want to be like them. I'm not a jihadist. I'm just somebody that follows religion with brain. I'm not an extremist. I entertain other people's view on religion. And I don't get angry when people insult my religion. And I'm not the type that would be violent in practicing my religion. So I practice religion with brain and with sense. So.
Níwájú